Hello, Kardec Radio listeners. Hello, good evening, and welcome back. Sunday, 6 p.m., daily prayer. My name's Teresa, and I'm the host for this 6 p.m. prayer. And our message today, we are going to be taking from the book Endearing Gems from Francisco Candido Xavier. And it's compiled by Jussara, Korngold, and Marie Levinson. Good evening, John De Rosa and Nora Brazil. Welcome, good friends. So we're going to look at the message. It's a very short message. It's called To Serve, page 14. And this is a message by Emmanuel through Chico. If you have erred, think about the assistance that you can render to others and correct yourself through work. Do not condemn yourself. Serve more. God understands us. Emmanuel. I found this to be a very consoling message because we at times don't understand ourselves. And so it's a good reminder that God always understands us. And if we look a little closer at this message, he talks about not to condemn ourselves. And when we look at the word condemn, it means total disapproval, sentence to punishment, including possibly death. And he's telling us, do not do that. He's reminding us to think about some good about ourselves. And as we do that, we begin to change our thought and our attitude, and which starts to show up in our behavior. So I think an excellent program that I recently watched, and probably many of you have too, is it was on Kardec Radio on Friday. So that would have been June 26th. It was by Stefan Bertozzo. And the program was called Move On, The Art of Moving On. So I encourage, if you didn't get to see it, you might want to take a peek at that. Because what he's talking about is, that being resilient and just pressing on. And we also hear that in the book Boa Nova, chapter 5, where he tells the disciples, if you're encountered by people who don't like you or don't have things nice to say to you, shake the dust, move on, keep going. Hello, Anna Paula, thank you for joining. And thank you for those I can't see your name, or maybe who will be joining later on demand. Please know we're a family here, and please feel the current we're creating. He says, if you have erred, and what's an error? It's a wrong, it's a mistake. And it's a good reminder that we make mistakes, we're not a mistake, that we are children of God, we're co-creators. And recently I was reading out of Paul and Stephen, and it was at the part where Paul comes back to the Peter's house, to the way, the group, the Christians, the newly formed group, and he comes back, and they're not so sure that they can trust this guy, so they have Barnabas talk to him, and at one point, I guess. Paul is telling of his, the mistakes he's made. And it's so beautiful. Barnabas reminds us, he says, who hasn't erred? And he said, if we've been helped by Jesus, it's not because we deserve it, but because we need it. And so it made me think of this message where it says, don't condemn yourself, but serve more. Don't wait for people to deserve your help. See the need and go meet it. And it's a beautiful reminder not to hesitate. Hello, Gabriel Inacio. Thank you so much for joining. I'm glad you signed in. So how do we serve? And by serving, it's an opportunity to create charity. And, what we know is charity is the number one way that we can serve. We change ourselves and we help other people. And this is in the Gospel of Spiritism, chapter 12, item 6. Kardec talks about love your enemies. He explains that ours and others' wickedness and our mistakes, our errors, is our material instincts we have not yet rid ourselves of. So it's let us learn. Let us use them for good. What can we learn by our mistakes? Okay, dear friends. So that's our message for today, talking about serving and helping us to move on, help other people. So let us enter into our 6 p.m. prayer. As we see prayer as that soothing balm to remember ourselves as children of God, that we are co-creators. And let us, by serving others, we create harmony within our planet and thus helping the world. We thank you, Eternal Father, for the sacred life we have been granted. Help us to remember why we came and encourage us that we continue along our way, fulfilling our mission and helping those around us to do the same. We remember this evening all those who may be suffering at this moment, the recently discarnated. Bless them in their journey. Let us take this time to say thank you as well to our guardians, the mentors of Kardec Radio, and all the Kardec Radio team that worked so hard to make this platform available to us. Let us go into our week remembering to not condemn ourselves when we make a mistake, but see how we can better serve somebody else. Think less about ourselves. Focus on doing the good. We are grateful and we praise you, Heavenly Father. Thank you for your merciful justice. Let us thank those in our families, our neighborhoods, community, our country, and those countries surrounding us, remembering that to change the world begins with changing ourselves. With gratitude, humility, and respect, we ask permission to close this session, and so be it. Thank you all for joining and being here with me at this moment. It was wonderful to feel your vibrations, and I look so forward to seeing you again next Sunday. Be well. God bless. Big hugs to all.